working with celebrities and athletes, how do you balance your creative vision with their expectations for what they're looking for?
Oh man, that's the $1 million question right there. You hit the you hit the nail on the
I mean,
head.
I'm sure it's like any other project. Take their suggestions into consideration while also, being true to, I assume, your own creative process and designs.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, managing expectations is always the hardest thing with anyone, especially when you're building and creating something from scratch. It's always, there's no one fits all solution when it comes to that. It's case by case per creator, and per athlete. I have athletes or celebrities, people that I've worked with in the past and present who are just totally just like, hey, this is, you're the expert. You've done this for all the big brands. You work for some of the biggest stars on the planet. I trust your judgment and expertise. And they just kind of let me run with it from a design perspective. And that's great. And then they'll have input on colorways and material finishes and things like that. And then, yeah, every now and then you'll have someone who may have an opinion on like maybe a functional aspect of the shoe, but it actually is sort of few and far between that happens. I feel like of late, it's been more like, hey, I trust your judgment and your opinion. These are my thoughts, but like whatever you think is best, that's what you do. I would say that's been the experience for the most part, but that doesn't mean I'm not open to what their ideas and what their thoughts are. I want to hear that. I don't want to just be talking to a wall, the entire time. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you feel, but I want to know it in the beginning, right? I don't want to know it like 3 months later when like we've made it down the road and we're almost at the finish line. You're like, I kind of want to change this. And it's like, well, we had the opportunity to do this 3 months ago. Like, why didn't we? That's why we're going through this process. So there's a bit of hand holding in that process, but I love all my guys that I work with in doing it. They're all amazing, from, the Jalen Ramseys to the Trayvon Walker. I've been working with him. I was just with him recently, DN for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Trent Williams, Jonathan Taylor, and we got a few other interesting people on the tennis side, and even a cricket player that we're working with right now. So, everyone's a little bit different, but yeah, management expectations is always going to be the hardest thing, no matter what you do when you're working with elite athletes like that.